Non-league is growing quicker than ever before, and there's one day every year that's dedicated to grassroots football. So we've set ourselves a challenge, 3 matches in one day for non-league day. Each club we're visiting plays in the Essex Senior League, which is 8 promotions away from the Premier League. But today, they'll feel closer than ever to the top flight as we're bringing the trophy and a football legend along for the ride. Stuart, thanks for joining us on non-league day. Ground hopping around Essex, 3 games in one day. Does Saturdays get any better than that?
Not really. I used to do 3 games in one day when I was England under-21 manager, tried to sort of bounce around, see as many players as possible. But what an uptake. So many people have turned out today. It's brilliant that people come to their local football club and support their local club.
You've played at the highest level, represented England on the international stage. Your journey started in non-league. How did that time at Wealdstone help shape you as a player?
It had a massive impact, to be fair. As a 16-year-old, I had nowhere to go and play football, so I would have either just faded out or go to my local non-league team. And I was fortunate enough to get a pathway that enabled me to play, well, firstly, 250 games for Wealdstone, so I was there 5 and a bit years, so I wasn't in and out as such. We had some fantastic times, won the Southern League and Southern League Cup while I was there, got a promotion while I was there, so I had some wonderful times. And then from there, got the opportunity and met some fantastic people and players and coaches that give me the opportunity to be a professional at the end of it.
The Premier League Fund has invested over £207 million to lower league clubs. The 3 clubs we're visiting today have all had over £100,000. Benfleet have had new floodlights, they've got the new stands over there. How important is it for that money to be drip-fed down into the football pyramid?
I think it's absolutely vital. Every time I go to sort of a non-league game, I know how eternally grateful clubs, certainly of this ilk, these are further down the food chain than Wealdstone. It's absolutely vital that we keep funding things like dugouts, facilities for the local community to come and be part of.
And why is non-league day so special?
There's no Premier League focus. So what it does is people potentially that don't come to their local non-league team, they get the opportunity to come along and they get hooked on it. You'll be surprised how many people really enjoy the experience of non-league football. They're closer to the players, they can meet the players afterwards in the bar and that type of thing. And the connect between fans and people that work at the football club is there for all to see. And in a society where we want the community to be closer and closer, it's fantastic to see. There's hundreds of people here looking at the Premier League trophy today. It's just a brilliant day.
Whilst the fans continued to get their photos and signed shirts, we found the man who is behind non-league day. James, this day is happening because of you.
Wow.
How did non-league day come about?
Okay, so when I was growing up, I was a fan of QPR and also my local non-league club, Harrowborough. I was on a pre-season tour in 2010 with QPR. Neil Warnock took a full-strength team down to Devon to play Tavistock. We were a tiny little team at the time. The ground was full up and it was obvious how important it was. The money generated that day would go a long way to supporting the club for that season. Reminded me how I hadn't been to see Harrow for a while and I thought I'd go and check them out. So I went down and they were struggling a bit for money. They were raising funds for floodlight bulbs, which I thought was a bit unusual. So I looked around and other teams were in a similar position because it wasn't long after the financial crash. And I just felt motivated to do something. So I set up a Facebook event called Non-League Football Day and it went viral and here we are today.
Can you believe where it's at right now?
No, not at all. It's crazy. Partnerships we have today that have driven the event. We've got the Premier League with us. You know, the publicity they can give us is amazing. The fact they brought the trophy down today is just packing the ground out, which is really brilliant. You know, we have international backers in Athletic Bilbao. They've got really involved in our event, which is amazing. South Western Railway, you know, they plug all our stuff all across their network. And, you know, we've got a big charity partnership too.
Every club celebrates non-league day in their own special way. Are there any that stick out in your mind that have just been absolutely brilliant?
Well, the most unusual one I think was a few years ago now, but it was at Bungay Town in Suffolk and they gave a free punnet of mushrooms to everyone who attended.
If you haven't been to your local non-league club, go down there and check them out. Might not be able to get mushrooms, but you can certainly buy some of the best footy scran, including this special Benfleet burger. Meanwhile, on the pitch, the home side season last year was pretty special too. Talk to me about last season. 103 points in 42 games. That is some achievement.
Yeah, I mean, we were brilliant from the day I came in. Clean sheets, hard work. Some of the football we played was amazing. We don't have a budget over here, so for us it was against the odds. Yeah, just kept winning, good momentum throughout the season, and then it was a brilliant season from us.
The club secretary said that it was like Leicester City winning the title in the Premier League. Can you see the similarities?
I don't know if I go that far, but yeah, I mean, in terms of us, we weren't predicted to win the title. We were probably pushing for playoffs. That would have been a good season for us. So to actually go and win it was, a really good achievement for us.
What was the trophy like compared to the Premier League one that's here today?
To be honest, we broke it. Our captain, he pulled the handle and it went. So yeah, a little bit probably less solid than that one over there.
With football royalty in attendance today, we thought we'd ask these non-league players if they could have the career of any Premier League player, who would it be and why?
Frank Lampard, Chelsea legend, love the bloke.
Wayne Rooney, he's my favourite player.
You like Wayne Rooney when you play?
No chance, I'm centre half.
Drogba, because I feel like I always wanted to emulate him when I was younger. I'm a bit older now.
Kevin De Bruyne, for how good he is as a player, his movement, what he sees, his vision, unbelievable player.
David Beckham, my favourite player. Probably because of his technique and his ability and everything like that.
Have you got a good right peg?
Left peg.
Left peg?
Yeah,
Oh, so you're not like David Beckham?
Nah.
Probably Tony Adams, Arsenal legend, Arsenal supporter myself, so no better man to do it at the back for us.
Zola, he's one of the best players at his time, technically very good, and brought something to the game.
Dimitri Payet, because he's French, he plays in my hometown. Yeah, we love him over there, so...
What is it about him you love?
Everything, he can do anything with the ball. He just tried at West Ham to come back to play for my club in Marseille, so...
Benfleet versus FC Clacton is our first game in front of a record-breaking crowd, and despite going 1-0 down, the Fleet ran out 4-2 winners. The big crowds kept rolling in for our second match of the afternoon, Buckhurst Hill versus Holbridge Sports, but there was one very important figure missing from the dugout. Why was the gaffer absent on their biggest day of the season? We'll find out shortly. We've just come from a game where over 700 fans were through the turnstiles, hoping for a big crowd today. It's so important that fans come and support their local team.
Well, it is. It's the hub of the community. I mean, there's 41 teams here. Speaking with the chairman earlier, 41 teams at all levels. We're fortunate enough we'll see the first team out playing, but the youngsters, we met a lot of youngsters, boys and girls come here to keep fit and enjoy the environment, the camaraderie of team sport. Brilliant.
Clubs like these don't work without volunteers. They're so important at this level.
They're the lifeblood of any football club at this level, no doubt about that. There's people turn up, they don't get paid for what they do, and to actually create an environment that everyone comes, that everyone's cheery, and those volunteers just make the opportunity for individuals like myself many years ago to come along to my club, Wealdstone, and get started.
Big Z, how long have you been volunteering at the football club?
I've been here for 2 years. It's been a really brilliant job and I've totally enjoyed it.
What role do you have here at the football club?
I'm Buckhurst Hill's social media manager, do all graphics, posts and etc.
And you get on the mic as well, don't you?
Yeah, I'm on the tannoy 24/7, doing updates, goals, team news and more.
Any role models out there?
Jeff Stelling's a big one. David Jones on Sky Sports, the main presenter.
And what are your dreams and aspirations?
To be on Sky one day. Monday Night Football would be a dream.
It doesn't get any more non-league than this. The first team gaffer is on holiday today, so taking charge is the assistant manager, Ted Buchanan, who is still a registered player. As a former manager, what advice would you give him when he's in the technical area this afternoon?
Get yourself on quickly. If he ain't hung his boots up, I would make sure that I've named myself as a substitute, and if you want to influence the game directly, get yourself on the pitch.
What are you looking forward to the most about being in this dugout this afternoon?
To be honest, it's something I'm aspiring to be, so it's nice to get dragged in every now and again, a bit drips and drabs. Hopefully just set the boys, I do the coaching and training, so it's hopefully just to see the boys put into fruition what we've worked on, what we work hard and what we speak about. We analyse quite a lot of games, so what we analyse from games and how we take that in, so hopefully today you should all see a plan come to place.
For people that haven't seen this level of football before, what can they expect?
It varies. You can see some sides that will try and play. Lucky enough today, Holbridge are another side that try and play, so there's two sides that I hope should be a good game of football. But obviously with pitches, time of the year, it varies. You just see some proper non-league football, as you would say, but the majority of teams these days do try and play the right way and put on a show for the people that do give up their time, come watch.
And you've got brand new LED floodlights. What's it like under the lights here on a Tuesday night at Buckhurst Hill?
It's lovely. I mean, I remember playing against Buckhurst Hill as a child, and how far this club has come is amazing. So yeah, we've had some fantastic nights under the lights. Hope there's many more to come.
And what kind of gaff are you going to be like in the touchline?
Hopefully not a shouty one today. hopefully very calm. I say that now, but let's wait till the whistle blows.
With the Premier League trophy following us to all three matches this afternoon, it was time for another question for our non-league stars. Which Premier League winning side would they have liked to have been a part of and why?
I'm a Liverpool fan, so Definitely be this year when Liverpool win the league. We've done already. We're too good, so I see it coming home.
Chelsea, that's my team. Blue is the colour, supported them for a very long time. That's the only reason why.
Have you got a favourite memory from when Chelsea won the league?
I think that first season when Mourinho came in, that was very special. And also the season Conte won the league as well, because obviously it was off the back of a bad season and he came in, we had to throw it at the back and we was literally unbeatable.
Arsenal Invincibles team. Best team ever goes to Premier League.
City. City always win.
You a City fan?
No. Chelsea, but I don't really support them at the moment.
City from last few seasons because of their style of play.
Who do you support?
West Ham, unfortunately, so I can't say West Ham. No, that's it, mate, no.
Arsenal 2003-2004, Invincible. Well, I was like 6 months old, but Thierry Henry's the best player of all time, so.
And when will Arsenal next win the Premier League?
Next season.
It's always next season.
It's always next season. Patrice Evra.
Another ground, another burger, but this one came with free chips. What a result. The players made their way out past the famous Premier League trophy as Buckhurst Hill and Holbridge Sports played out a tight contest with the points shared after a 1-1 draw. Our third and final stop of the day took us to Takeley versus Saffron Walden. But for this match to go ahead, the new stadium floodlights needed to be shining bright. And who did they put in charge of flipping the switch? Of course, it was Stuart Pearce. No pressure.
We're here at Takeley, an incredible little club up in Essex, but over 1,000 clubs have benefited from Premier League investment through the Premier League Stadium Fund, 114 divisions across the non-league game. We're really, really proud that the success of the Premier League allows us to invest in brilliant community clubs like this one.
And Takeley are benefiting from a fantastic pitch, which I know that the Premier League Fund helped with the drainage system.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can see it's like a billiard table, absolutely superb. We've got young lads playing over there. We've got the first team coming on later on. It's exactly what we want. We want to make sure we've got a really high quality experience for the people that play on these pitches, but also for the fans around the outside as well.
The Premier League Stadium Fund helped Takeley with their brand new floodlights, and they can do the same for your non-league club.
So we've got 140 clubs that have benefited from these new LED lights so far, cutting their costs, obviously helping the planet as well. We're looking to get every club in the non-league pyramid done over the next 5 years. So we've got over 400 clubs still to go. There's funding available at the Premier League Stadium Fund. All clubs at non-league level have to do is literally go onto the Premier League Stadium Fund website, and there's a very simple process to get the application underway.
And why is the Premier League helping these non-league football clubs?
We're really fortunate in this country. We've got this incredible pyramid, right the way down to the teams we've seen today playing great football, everyone having a brilliant experience, but also creating a really great pathway for young players. So, the clubs we've seen today, 30, 40 teams at youth team level, all aspiring to play on these great facilities. So we owe it to the game, frankly, to use the success of the Premier League to help clubs like this to continue to create great players and actually spread the love of football. That's what we're all about. We love the game and we want to make sure it's flourishing.
And how has the Premier League funding helped Takeley FC?
We've had three lots of funding now from the Premier League. The first one was for drainage. So we had gravel banding, which is a secondary drainage system installed on the pitch. As you can see, we're a grass pitch, which is coming less and less regular now in our league. And we've always struggled with water. It's a heavy clay pitch. Then we've had a new tractor. So to look after the pitch, the Premier League funded a new tractor. So that's helping us keep the grass look as nice as it does, as you see it now. And then lastly was the floodlights. It uses about a third of the electricity when it's running at 100%. The fact you can dim them means that you can use even less electricity. So for now, for like warming up and people coming into the ground, you can have them at 20, 30%, and it's still more than bright enough to see what you're doing. So for us as a club, it's going to save us a lot of money going forwards on our electricity bills and also the maintenance of the lights.
You can't knock their footy scran either. Pie and mash at the football is always a winner.
Stuart, so here we are, game 3 of the day on non-league day. Bit different, this one's under the lights. How special are football games under the lights?
It's just something about evening games, If people that don't know anything about football, what's the difference, It's light, it's dark, it's artificial light. There's just something about it. It's cooler. You feel as though you've got more energy for the evening games. I used to prefer playing at night time, certainly. A little bit of zip on the pitch as well. Obviously, there's a bit of dew on the pitch and you can see the dampness of it. So the ball slips around nicely. So all of those things thrown in the mix, and we'll have a good game.
And to finish up, Stuart, how special has it been today for non-league day?
The profile that today's given has been absolutely brilliant, and it's really important that people are aware of this, not just at first team level, but more importantly to youngsters that come here, feel the environment of non-league football, and then from that want to come down and want to be part of it and want to join one of the teams.
The highlight of the day was Stuart Pearce turning on the new LED floodlights.
Oh, that went smoothly, didn't it, eh?
Non-League Day will be back next year on the 28th of March. Get it in your diary.